Hello, I welcome you all. The problem reads the horizontal beam is supported by springs at its ends. If the stiffness of the spring at A is Ka is equal to 5 kilonewtons per meter, determine the required stiffness of the spring at B so that if the beam is loaded with the 800 Newton force, it remains in the horizontal position. The springs are originally constructed so that the beam is in the horizontal position when it is unloaded. Okay. So this problem is coming from the engineering mechanics statics textbook, 13th edition by R.C. Hibbeler. So we have two springs, and these springs are designed in such a manner that when the beam is not loaded with a force or a set of forces, the beam remains horizontal. When the beam is loaded with a force or a set of forces, it again still remains horizontal. So two cases. If it's not loaded, it remains horizontal. If it's loaded, it remains horizontal. We have been given the stiffness of one spring, this one. We've been told to say the stiffness of spring A is equal to 5 kilonewtons per meter. We have been asked to find the stiffness of spring B. Right. To start with, we are going to draw a free body diagram. We find the reactions at A and B. And after we've done so, with the reactions at A, we are going to find the stretch of the spring. We'll find the stretch of the spring that I'm going to call, what will I call this stretch? Let me call it S or L fine or A. Okay. And then I expect this stretch of the spring to be equal to the stretch in L final B. Okay. And since we know that the spring force is equal to K, okay, times the stretch, let me call it L, or the difference in stretch, maybe let me not call this, I'll call this the stretch S, okay, where S is equal to L final minus L node or L original, okay, right. So we know with a force at A, which is going to be equal to Ly, okay, so Ly is going to be equal to Fa, spring force at A, which is going to be equal to K, the stiffness Ka, by S, the stretch, okay, right? And we are going to find this stretch because we'll have the force, therefore S, okay, stretch A. SA, the stretch, is going to be equal to Fa divided by Ka, right? So once we have this information, then with a By, okay, we're saying By, the reaction at By will be equal to the spring force Fb, right? Which is also going to be equal to Kb times Sb. But mind you, we are being told that the beam is supposed to be horizontal after the load is applied. So it has to remain horizontal even after the load is applied. So the beam remains horizontal after the load is applied. It still remains horizontal even when the load is removed. So for the beam to remain horizontal after the load is applied, then you expect SB to be equal to SA, right? So if that is the case, then our KB, which we are looking for the stiffness, because they're asking us to find the stiffness. Find the stiffness. What is the problem? The question. Okay, so we are being asked to find the stiffness. Determine the required stiffness in spring B. Therefore, the stiffness in spring B is going to be equal to FB divided by SB, right? But we know SB is equal to SA, therefore FB divided by SA. Is that fine? So this is what we are going to do. So we've already worked out the whole concept here of exactly what we are going to do. So we'll just replace that with the numbers, then we are done. Right. So here we go. We have a beam. We have a beam. There we go at A. This is A. This is B. And we have a force there, which is 800. Right. So we expect a reaction force there, AY, and at the other point there, BY. Of course, it's pinned at A and B, so we expect AX, okay, and BX. But since we don't have any load in the X direction, and when you look at the supports are free to rotate both at both ends of the spring. Okay, so there's rotation here, there's going to be rotation also there. There's rotation here, is free to rotate also at that other point. So even be it the beam expanded due to thermal effects or contracted, okay, due to thermal effects, you don't expect a huge or concentration of stresses at the supports in the horizontal direction. Therefore, AX and BX, of course, will be equal, but they'll be zero, right? So it is as good as just getting rid of them. I'll remove them here. Okay. Right. So let me just concentrate on the Y forces. So this, from there to there, from there to there, we've been told this is 1 and this is 2 meters. Just looking at this, if you are to take ratios, we expect AY to be 2/3 of 800 and BY to be 1/3, but we can calculate that, right? So I'm saying we expect AY to be 2/3 of 800, right? So let me take moments about B. So I'll say summation of moments about point B equal to 0, anti-clockwise being our reference. Okay, so I have clockwise by AY, clockwise, which is going to be negative by 3, and then plus anti-clockwise 800 by 2 equal to 0. Therefore, my AY is going to be equal to 2/3 of 800, right? Which is a 533.33 newtons. And then summation of forces in the y direction. Okay, what do we have? We have AY minus 800 plus BY is equal to 0. We've already found what AY is. It's already here. Let me use my green. Okay, here it is. So therefore, my BY is going to be equal to 533.33 minus 800. Okay, so this gives me a 266.67 newtons. Okay, so there we are. We have the two forces. So like I said, these forces are going to be equal to the spring forces. So I'll just replace like I initially said, I'll replace my AY there, okay, to find what SA is, the stretch. And later on, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use BY to fit it in those graphs, in those equations. So what I should do is quickly I write down this information here. I've got AY equal to 533.33 newtons. I have BY, which is equal to 266.67 newtons. Right. So let me wrap this so that I have some space. Right. So in the first case, I have my spring, which is spring B, spring A, with a force equal to 533.33 newtons. Okay, and I want to find the stretch, which is SA. Okay, so what I need to do now is I already have this equation here. Okay, remember this is what I started with. So therefore my SA is going to be equal to FA divided by KA. KA is already here given, and FA we already have it. So we said FA is equal to AY is equal to FA, right? So this one is equal to FA, right? And this one is equal to FB. So FA is going to be equal to, SA is going to be equal to FA. What is FA? It is 533.33 divided by KA, which is 5. But mind you, we need to change this to just newtons. So this becomes equal to 500 newtons per meter. Okay, because our force is in newtons, so this becomes 500. All right, 5,000. Sorry, this is 5,000 kilo, 5,000 newton per meter. All right, so this is 5,000. Okay, so what we have, 533.33 divided by 5,000, we get a 0.1067. All right, meters. So that is the stretch. What did we say? We said for this beam to remain horizontal, the stretch in spring A has to be equal to the stretch in spring B. Therefore, this is going to be equal to this one, right? This is what we said. Okay. So what do we do? Let's get spring B. Okay. Spring B has a force equal to By, which is 266.67. And the stretch here, which is SB, we said is going to be equal to SA, which is equal to 0.1067. Okay? So if we have the stretch already, we can just directly calculate what KB is. KB is the stiffness in spring B. So KB is equal to FB divided by SB, which is equal to FB divided by SA. Okay, and what is FB? We said FB is equal to 260. This is okay. So this is FB is equal to BY, and what is FB? FB is equal to 266.67 newtons divided by SA. And what is our SA? Our SA, we already found it, is 0.1067. Okay, so our KB, therefore, is equal to, okay, 266.67 divided by 0.01, I mean 0.1067. What we get is we have a 2,400 and 99.25. Okay, it's like a 2,500. This is Newton per meter, right? And if we are to convert it, into, let me recalculate it again, 26.27 divided by 0.1067. If you are to convert it into kilonewtons, it becomes, dividing it by 1000 becomes a 2 point, and rounding it off, it becomes 2.5 kilonewton per meter. And it makes sense. We expect the stiffness for spring number B to have a lower stiffness compared to spring D, because the spring force at B is lower than the other one, right? So for the stretches to be the same, you expect spring B to have a lower stiffness than, compared to spring B, is spring A. Spring A must have a higher stiffness than spring B. So this solution makes sense. So our Ka, which is the stiffness, our Kb, which is the stiffness in spring B, is equal to 2.5 kilonewtons per meter. Right, I guess we are done. And I hope the video was helpful. If it was, give me a thumbs up, like my video, subscribe, share my video. Bye bye, and see you in my next screencast.